Hey guys, welcome to another video of TechTackled. And in this, we are going to talk about facial recognition door locking system using OpenCV and Python. So I posted two posts on TechTackled.com. The first one describes like very read-only information about OpenCV and Python, like just about getting started, talking about its capabilities and what all OpenCV and Python together can do. So it was just kind of a read only. And in the post two, it was more kind of hands-on. Like we did many functions on images, like we imported images, we installed OpenCV and Python on a Windows system, and like we draw shapes like circles, rectangle, polygons, and added text to the images. So this video is going to be a follow-up, and it's going to take us more close to our goal, that is creating a facial recognition system. So in this video, we are going to create like acquire the live feed from our webcam and identify like who this person is. Like first I'll create a data set about myself, like this is Josh. I'll train that data set, and then my system will identify me like, hey, this is Josh or not. And if someone else tries to come in between, it will show an unknown tag like this person. I just don't know this person, so that the doors won't open. And if it's someone who is from the data set like me or my parents, or someone who is coming to my home frequently like my friends, then the doors will open. So without getting further late, let's get started. So you need to redirect to my GitHub to get the codes for this project, and I'll paste the link in the description. So in the previous video, we installed PyCharm and created an environment and virtual environment. So I'm going to open the same one. So here's my PyCharm. And meanwhile, I'll talk about the codes which are present in this in this repository. So it has a code of creating a data set. It has a code of training that data set, and it has a runtime code which will like recognize if this person is the one from the data set or not. And apart from this, we'll need an R cascade, and that's going to be from OpenCV itself. So this belongs to OpenCV, and one can use it except in the commercial projects. So you need to download this one too. So here's my workspace. I'll just go to the project view. You can see this folder, like here's my folder in which I have downloaded this Python files. You can also download it just by clicking this download zip, and I have pasted them here, like all these three files and this R cascade. I'll just show you the process of downloading this R cascade. So you just need to open it, and you just need to click on raw. So once the raw view is selected, you just need to click on save as. Just left click on your mouse and save as. And you should put this file in the same folder. Like right now, I'll save it. It will say replace. So I'll just replace it, and I just replace this file, this R cascade, and it is present in my folder. So another thing you need to do is like uh, add a name, create a folder named dataset. So I just created a folder called dataset, and inside that, right now I want to train for myself. Like I just want to create dataset for myself. So I'll just write the name Josh. Inside this folder, I'll put all the files that belongs to me, like all the images. And if you don't have images of yourself, or like if it's in the phone and if you don't want to move it over, don't worry. We have a code written for it. That's create dataset. So I'll just open that code called create dataset. Basically, codes are just very like 30 to 40 lines, and are kind of self-explanatory. So I'll just name it like this is going to just create a folder called Josh, and it will open a normal window. And whenever I'll press the space bar key, then it will capture images and store into this folder, so that you don't need to move your photos from the phone or somewhere else, and the data set would be real time. So let's just run this project. So the configuration is create dataset. So I'll just go to the create dataset configuration, and I'll run it. The image, yeah. So here it is. So you just need to click on your space bar. So I'll just show you. Like as soon as you click on your space bar, it will capture a photo of you. So now you can see the image 2 is written, and I'll just take different pictures of myself in different angles, without specs, with specs, in the upper head, like lower. I'll just turn aside. And I guess you can just take something around like 15 pictures of yourself. There's no limitation, but just 15 works. And you can press the Q button, Q on the keyboard, and it will exit, or just press escape. So it is, as you can see, it's completed. And inside the Jush folder, you will see those 15 images. Here it is like image 15. So that's it. Now I have a data set for myself. Now what I need to do is I need to train my data set. So I'll just go to this Python file called train data set. It is also on my GitHub repo. You can see it here, the train data set. I'm using the same files, and I'll change the configuration for train data set, and I'll run that file. So what will happen is like it will process my images, those 15 image, and it will make a pickle file for it so that those pickle files can be used. So right now it is processing. See, as you can see, image one is processed, two is processed. Processing those images, it will create a pickle file for me here in the folder itself. And two more to go. Like after all the 16 images are processed, we'll get a pickle file, the encoding pickle file, and that can be used for the data set. So as you can see, now this pickle file is generated, and it has data set for me because my images were present into this. So now the final step, which is the real-time facial recognition. So I'll open that, and I'll change the configuration for facial recognition runtime. And let's run this code. So you can see like it has detected my face and it says Josh. So like if someone else comes on behalf of me, like if someone else is coming in this frame, then it will show like unknown or something unless I train the data set for them. So right now it says Josh, and if I code it accordingly, like that would be coming in the upcoming videos. That if Josh is if the guy named Josh whose data set is trained and he's coming to the door, then the door should open. So let's check it like what happens if someone else whose data is not trained comes into the picture. So what I'll do is I'll just call my friend Parth over, and let's see if the program can detect unknowns in the system. So like Parth, can you please come here? So my friend is here, and it says it's unknown just because I haven't trained this data set in the system. So let's do this step in which I'll train the data set of Parth, and I'll escape from the camera's screen, and so that we can create a new folder for the Parth and train his data set inside. So I'll continue to the same process of training the data set. So here we go to the files, and it was on the desktop on the data set, and I just created an empty folder named path. And what I'll do is I'll run this script of creating a data set, and I'll ask Path to like click 15 or 10 pictures of himself so that we can train the data set again. So let's run the data set. We'll take 15 to 20 pictures of Path. Like this is one, this is two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9. Parth often wears his cape, so like let's even take that in the frame so that data set gets perfect. And few more in the different shapes. Like let's just take 2, 3 more. Okay, that's it. Thank you, Parth. So I'll check like if everything is all right, and we have got his pictures. Like here it is to the dataset folder, Parth, and yes, it's right. We have got like 14 pictures of Parth. So what we'll do is we'll just train the dataset again. So we just need to run the same code that is training the dataset, and this time it will show the total number, the number of pictures which is in the Jush folder and in the Parth folder. So 31 it is. And I'll just fast forward it till all the 31 images are processed. So I just got this message like all the 31 images are encoded in this file called encodings.pickle. So now we can just run this final code that is again facial recognition runtime. So I'll just go to facial recognition. So let's see if the video stream starts. Yeah, the video stream has started and it says like it's Josh. And now I'll again ask Parth to come over and let's see if the name Parth comes it. So you can see like now even the Parth name is coming and Josh name is coming. And let's do something in which maybe we'll try to change the look of like I'm just doing experiment like putting my face. So it says unknown because it just doesn't has that data set. Or maybe let's check if Parth wears his cape again and if things work. So because of low light, I guess it's not detected. Sometime it's getting detected. So this way, like we can train the data set, and in the next video, all we need to do is like just add this thing that is the electronic hardwares, and the doors will open if the persons who are belonging to the data set comes over, and it won't open the door if someone with the unknown tech comes it. So that's it for today. Thank you very much.